once you've used those card blanks and envelopes, you're going to add more of yours into there. You're going to have hardware in that box that you're going to keep absolutely forever. The stamps, the embossing folder, the dies, etc. Really, really busy on that. Right, we're going to move on. I want to share with you some of the Sharon Callis items that we've got. Now, for those of you that aren't familiar with Sharon, Sharon is an awesome designer from Ireland. She does loads of work with us here at Crafters Companion with the design team. She organises basically the whole design team. She's a very, very lovely, hilarious lady and a super talented crafter as well. And I think what she's done here with this collection is awesome because she has focused on two of your absolute favourite things, flowers and butterflies, and she has gone sort of ethereal almost with it. Now obviously the colours and the textures that you use and choose are going to define the kind of projects that you're making, but I love how you know, we've got all of this really lush designs. There's glitter here, there's butterflies, there's floral elements, there are shabby chic papers in here, there are layers upon layers upon layers with gorgeous embossing folders being used as well, really striking colour combinations being used in here. If you want something bold, you want something impactful, you want something that's really going to make a statement, then I think these Sharon Callis dies are going to be for you. If you want to be able to send cards to your friend Mavis, and before she even opens it up and looks at what the writing says on the inside, she knows it's from you, this is the card set. This is the die set, I think, that genuinely is going to enable you to do that because it is absolutely stunning. And what I love about it is the amount of movement that you've got in these as well. Now, let's start off with this one just here, which is the Mariposa, which is a big die. If you like your Schmetterlings large, then this is going to give it to you. Now, the other awesome thing about it as well, because of all of Sharon's sort of wealth and expertise in designing, she knows that, you know, what you guys really want is the ability to lift these wings up. You want to be able to add texture. You want to be able to get loads of dimension on there. Maybe you're going to use it on its own. Maybe you're just going to use a topper. Maybe you're going to use the topper with the matte layer. Maybe you're going to play around and introduce different textures. Maybe you're going to use some awesome vellums in it. How awesome would vellum look with these dies that she's designed for us? But I think what she's really done is put all of her experience down and given us something truly, truly amazing. We've got sentiments in here as well. Of course we have. We've got thinking of you there. We've got butterfly love. Lots of different styles of butterfly in here for you to be able to work with. That, of course, works with the stamp. So you've got the stamp and die. Now, I know these are just stamped in black and white, right? But I need you just to sort of think about heat embossing. Think about faux enameling. Think about all of those. Oh my word, if you have got our opaque pigment ink pads, you are going to have an absolute field day playing around with this stamp and die collection. You're going to be able to make so many different awesome things. Also, quilling. How awesome is quilling? It gives you such an incredible effect. Think about, yes, doing your quilling with your textured cardstock, your linen cardstocks. How about those beautiful card pads we've got on the show? They would work wonderfully with this. Think about mulberry papers, tissue papers, vellum. Think about making it shabby chic. Then absolutely, this is something that you're going to be able to do brilliant things with. Not only have you got the peony, which is the boss's favourite flower, just in case you ever get in the doghouse, you know how to get your way out now. I've given you a get out of jail card. And you've...
I've had several customers send me peonies after we said that on air.
Have you?
I absolutely have, which is wonderful.
So
Actually, I
lovely.
received some flowers from a customer just this week.
Did you?
Well, last week, and I've just, because obviously I wasn't in the office last week.
Were they
so I
from
just got
Carol?
back this morning. I can't remember, Joe.
Oh, I think it might be...
Just one of the girls said, I've got some flowers for you. They're in my office ready.
I think they're from Carol Cohen, the High Peak. She sent me an email about it as well. Anyway, if you want to make these, we've also got climbing roads in here as well, which is absolutely gorgeous. It's an amazing collection. Two other elements in here that I don't have boards for as well. We've got this one, which is that gorgeous, gorgeous butterfly. It's butterfly friendship. Really lovely. And you've got the sentiment in here as well, sending love. I think if you want to make something bold, you want to make something distinctive, you know, you've got less is more people in the world, and then you've got people that want butterflies and they want layers and textures and all these different things. If you're one of those people, Sharon has absolutely outdone herself. What we're then able to do, of course, as well, because we are a huge company, we're able to get you a great price. An amazing value for money is what you're looking at. £69 if you're in the UK, sorry, that's $55.20 as a platinum member, $85 in the US, $68 as a platinum member. I'm hearing already just how busy it is. I know, Sara, that when these went over to HSN, and of course it was the first time they'd seen any of Sharon's products over there, there was a huge reaction to these products, wasn't there?
Oh, everybody loved it. How Craig did them on HSN. You guys went bananas for this kit in particular, the butterflies and blooms. And I think it's because you get to try a bit of everything. Like you said, we all love butterflies and flowers, Jo, but then having the chance to try her quilling flowers in here, that's what I'm going to show you first of all, because the quilling flowers work very differently. So do you want me to just get straight into it?
Oh, yes, please.
I'm going to do a peony. I'm going to do a lovely pink peony. So what I've got is, this is the set of dies, okay? So these dies you're going to cut out of a little bit of green card. This is going to be your actual quilling flower, okay? So if I'm careful, I think I might get 2 of these out of one. Yeah, let's try this, right? Here we go. Might get 2 out of 1 sheet, because, you know, I like a...
One sheet does plenty though, you know.
One sheet does plenty, it does indeed. So here we go, right? So I'm going to pop that in there, and they're going to go through the Gemini Mini, right? So I'm going to just squeeze this into here, and we're going to squeeze that through our little Gemini Mini.
Beautiful. Loads of people still chatting away. Loads of love for Sharon in the comments. Mary says Sharon's collections are awesome. Astrid, who's on our design team, says she loves Sharon. We love Sharon's collection, says Diane as well. All available individually, but if you want the best value, you want the full collection, you know what you need to do. Get the details that are there on your screen at the moment. I think quilling flowers as well is such a really lovely thing to do, isn't it? I've got visions of people cutting all of these out, Sara, doing loads and loads and loads, and then just sitting down in front of the TV and just doing loads of flowers.
Well, I mean, quilling flowers were clever before Sharon invented her way of doing it, but then I think when Sharon did this, it just took it to another level. So can you see you've got some on both sides? Watch what I'm going to do. I'm just going to start with a little bit of our plum jam here, Jo, and I'm just going to ink up the edge of one of them, right? So just inking up just on those edges, and notice what I'm going to do. I'm going to do the top edge of one, flick it over, and do the underneath edge of the other, right? Okay. So you're doing top edge of one, underneath edge of the other. And then what you're going to do is you're going to take this and you're going to fold, you know that dotted line is? You're going to fold along that dotted line, and it really cleverly folds all of the pieces in between the other ones.
So hang on a minute, you don't have to stick 2 pieces together with these?
Just fold it in half.
Amazing.
Just fold it in half. Now, if you want to go another level, now I've got that folded over, I'm going to reopen it back up, and I'll show you how we can get it really... I'll do one fancy and one kind of plainer, right? What I'm going to do is I'm just going to squidge these ends together, right? Just to make it feel a little bit more, you know, ruffled like a peony. Now, you could be doing these, Jo, in the, you know, our flower forming foam?
Oh, nice.
These would look fabulous in the foam. You could be doing these in tissue paper. I love the idea of doing all of these in tissue paper.
How about vellum? Some from our gorgeous vellum pads.
Oh, vellum flowers. Oh, would look absolutely da-bomb.
Dabomb.com.
They would look da-bomb, right? So here's what we do. We're just squidging all of these together, okay? Then I'm going to refold those back over so that you get all of those pieces kind of all into one, all right? Now, I'm going to just come in with my ultra fine red liner tape and just take a little piece of that all the way along this edge, Jo. So I'm going to start about a quarter of an inch, half an inch or so in from the side, and then sticking this on. This is why you want that very thin red liner tape. They're all in stock on the website. If you want to stock up on anything like any of the red liner tapes while you're on, now is a very good time to always be doing it when you're ordering this sort of stuff, okay? So that all sticks down, and I'm just going to give that a really nice squeeze there. Now, if you don't already have it, this is our quilling tool, okay? It just makes quilling a little bit easier. Those of you who are in the subscription program will probably have got this when you got your quilling box from us, a couple of years ago. So, but I mean, quilling tools are easy to pick up as well. Or, I mean, sometimes I just roll mine around a cocktail stick. So, here we go. I'm just going to squeeze this on the end of there, Jo. Can you see? So we're onto the end. And then I'm just going to start and peel back a little bit and twist that. So can you see? I'm just twisting as we go around. And obviously it's twisting both layers together. And this is how you create your own 3D quilled flower.
awesome. I just love the fact that you don't have to go to the effort of sticking 2 pieces together. I mean, it's such a time saver. It's such an ingenious idea as well.
Isn't it good? She's very clever. Now, she's done a whole range of quilling flowers. This is a brilliant way just to kind of get them and get started with them. But if you love her quilling flowers, you can buy the whole range. So there you go. So there's a nice peony, all done, ready to go. And then watch what you do. You remember I said they had these extra dies, Jo, right? If you take those dies and just cut them out of some other bits of card. So I've got mine here. Let's have a look. Cut one out of the green. Now, I'm just going to go, and I did burn myself with the glue gun the other day, so I'm being super careful now, glue gun wise. Watch, I'm going to go straight over the back with this, just to hold it all together.
We need to get you one of those glue gun holders from Tiffany, that's what you need.
Well, I had one, Jo. We did have one here before I was not here last week, and I don't know where on earth it's gone. So that suggests to me someone's taken it home with them.
Leanne's probably stolen it, I reckon.
Leanne's probably stolen it. Story of my absolute life, right? So here we go. I'm going to pop this down here. So again, that holds it in place. This is now going to allow me to stick the edge pieces on. So there's one. And then let's get, maybe it's another one of our couple of smaller leaves like this, right? You just take just a tiny little bit in here. And then you're just coming in with those little, and you can see how they're going to kind of stick out on the edge there. So you're just getting those all into place as they're coming in, and I think we'll stick one other larger one on here. And you can see how easy it is to put your big flowers together. Now, do you want me to do, while you're chit-chatting, Jo, do you want me to do another one of those for everyone to watch?
Oh yeah, why not? We'd love to see another one.
So that you can see that there. I'm going to do another one. Now you know what we do, and you can watch the whole technique right from the beginning, because there's the other one that I cut out. And I'm going to start again with the inking and go through the whole process again.
Absolutely, I love that idea. Evelyn Kiefer says, I use up every piece of paper that came in the quilling box. Got a lot of flowers out of that box as well. I think was it box number 5, Johnny?
Number 5 was the quilling one. Box. It was indeed. I only know because we've got one on the shelf here. It's one of the most popular ones we ever did.
It is indeed. So I know a lot of you already got that and love it. And these are awesome. And as I was saying earlier, you know, with this Sharon Callis items, they are really bold. They're impactful. They are, they're really more is more. I think if you love to build up with your different papers and distress and tear and add embellishments and flowers to it and really go for it, you're going to be able to create something super distinctive with this range. It is getting super busy at the moment. £69 gets you all of it. Remember, if you're in the UK, we take that down to $55.20 for Platinum members. $85 in the US goes down to $68 for Platinum members. Platinum members save $25.71 or $38.55, which is awesome. Very busy on that. Lots of you still checking out as well now on that earlier craft box that we looked at too. Very busy there. Details coming along the bottom of the screen. Tempting Tatiana on YouTube. It's not her. I don't think that's her birth name. Tempting Tatiana. I think it's her username. She says, "I'd love to see a new quilling masterclass with the Christmas Sharon Callis dies, including making a framed picture layout with these, and maybe even a table runner." Hello, what a great idea!
Well, there's a request. Whenever I heard one, right there, I think. Do you know what would be nice? The best person to teach all of this is actually Sharon herself. I think we should see if we can get Sharon back in to do a masterclass with us and teach us some of these things that people are requesting.
How about a Christmas craft house with Sharon?
I think we need to get in touch with Sharon and get our request in.
Right, Johnny, get it written in the ideas book and we'll see what we can do. Diane says, I love the quilling tool that came in the box. I have different tools, but the Crafter's Companion one is the best.
Of course it is.
Mary Patts as well. I'm so excited to play with the Sharon Callis quilling after my Christmas cards are finally finished. Do you know what? Why don't you get a few cheeky Christmas flowers in with your Christmas card, mate? I mean, if you're, that eager to get playing with them, Mary. And Michelle Knits For You says, flowers make everything better. Don't they just? They really do. Do love some flowers. If you love making your flowers, I know you're going to love this collection. If you love butterflies, let's face it, who doesn't? You're also going to love this collection. Could you pop stamens in here?
Yes, totally.
Okay.
Totally, if you want to add a stamen into there. Very easy to do. You would just quill the stamen in first. Right. And if you've got any of Sharon's wider ranges, she does stamens in some of the bigger collections that she does. Okay. This is like a little bit of a taster into Sharon's quilling flowers. So you get like a little bit in the butterflies and blooms. You get those gorgeous peonies and the lovely roses. So it's a brilliant kind of starting point to get you started. But bear in mind, you You don't have to end where you start. This is just to get you going on this lovely new craft, and then you can be building up from there.
Awesome, and I know you're going to love it. Very busy now on this collection. It's the first time I've actually seen any of these new Sharon Callis items that we've bought, and I think they are awesome. I think what she's done really well is put her years of expertise as a designer into a collection that's going to be easy for you to craft with, that's going to allow you to make something very impactful very quickly. I just think it's genius that you only need to cut one of those to make a full flower.
To make a whole flower, and they love it. And look how different those two look, just based on how much ink I put on them. Yeah, I thought that was a bit different. Now, so the quilling flowers are just the first component in the range, okay? I thought we'd do a card that incorporated everything. So I've got a couple of flowers, but then I've also, so this one here is the butterfly friendship, okay? So I wanted to show you how these are going to work. You can take, you've got two different butterflies on this, in this collection. I'm going to take the butterfly and I'm just going to pop it, Jo, onto one of our little stamping platforms. And then you can use, I would recommend the quick dry inks. So if you use the quick dry inks, you're going to get this lovely kind of detailed stamp design. So here is our little butterfly. Going to stamp that on the top there. There's the butterfly, right? And then also, can you see, we also have, let's have a little look. I am endeavouring to clear up as we go, Jo. Look how good I'm being today.
You're being so good.
Yeah, I am. Well, I don't know why, because it's actually me back tomorrow. So it's not like I'm going to get in trouble off anybody.
That's why you're cleaning up as you go.
Yeah, because I can't blame anyone tomorrow.
Yeah.
Let's have a look. Let's get a nice grey ink pad as well and do some of these. Here we go. Yeah, bit of sandy plume.
Vicky's down for a quilling masterclass. She loves the idea. Shadiah, she's well up for a quilling masterclass with Sharon. There we go. I think we need to make it happen.
I think we need to speak to Sharon, don't we? So right. Oh, I've stamped a bit hard on that one.
Maybe Sharon's watching. You know, she often watches these shows, Sharon, while she's at home.
Oh, don't say that. I'll be feeling under pressure.
We can get her on just to ask her about that time where she tried to get from Create and Craft back to the hotel, and after 3 hours, Sarah, she ended up back at Create and Craft and just gave up and couldn't do it. So we can ask her in depth about that hilarious story when we get her on.
Hey, God love her. She is a character, like, isn't she?
She very much is.
Right, so here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to take now the die that goes with this, Jo. I'm going to line this up over the top, and can you see, you can cut it out perfectly. And this is the beauty of them. She's done the dies and stamps just to make life a little bit easier. So there's that one stamp, the butterfly. And if I get chance for another card later, I've actually planned, this is like my simple card. Then I've also got a more advanced one planned later. Yes, not want to spoil the surprise or anything, but yeah, I've got, but the thing is, this is the beauty with her cards. There's so much you can do with them, and you can go back and watch the masterclasses that Craig's done, when we've had Sharon on Craft House, all the ideas she's shared with everybody. So there's loads of inspiration out there once you get the range. There's the lovely butterfly. And then watch, if I take these, you can even cut out these little bits here. I mean, how ridiculously fiddly are these? But then look, you're just lining them up over the top, and the whole thing just, let's have a look, make sure we do get lined up over the top. Whole thing just sits in there, cuts through and cuts out absolutely perfectly.
I think if you love our opaque ink pads as well, you're going to love heat embossing all the different colours on these butterflies. They're going to look gorgeous.
Do like a nice ombre. I think that would be lovely.
A bit of triple embossing on those, yes,
Bit of triple embossing, I love it. Right, here we go. So I'm going to pop that out. I mean, look at that. So all these bits here, I mean, look at the detail you've got in that with the stamping and then the die cutting. So here we go. Let's get everything put together. So we've got a butterfly. We've got some lovely flowers. What I've done is I have already folded together. Where have I put it? Here it is, right. I've already folded together my, hang on, I'm going to clean this up so that my card stays white.
Sorry, you're being so well behaved.
Well, the thing is, I want my card to stay white, right? Okay. Now, this is how you do a side stepper. And again, it's another one on the ultimate. So I've scored, if I just show you it here, right? So what you do, get my scoring tool out. I feel like it's been an extra mini ultimate masterclass today, right? If you watch the ultimate tutorial, you'll see you score on this one you go into here and score this line up here. Then you do the half fold, okay? And we do our first step, and then you move it down, and that gives you this step and your second step, right? So that's how you put your step lines in. All of that, Jo, is what is covered on that ultimate I would say ultimate
USB.
masterclass, but the USB, it is more, it is like taking, I always joke about this, it's like taking 30 classes with me. If I look at what I would plan to do on a class, if you came and joined me for one of my classes, what I would do on one class, there is around about 30 classes worth of content just for you to, and the thing is, it's all kind of broken down into nice, easy, manageable chunk chapters so that you're just learning like a little bit at a time as it was. So there's a whole chapter just on stepper cards. So there's your nice base stepper card to start with. And I've just done a nice simple one. And then what I'm going to do, Joe, is I've just got some nice papers and I'm just going to do a little bit of matting and layering in the background. And you're just going to lose me for a bit.
Sharon Callis Crafts on Facebook says, absolutely. I knew she'd be watching. Absolutely. Would love to give a masterclass.
There we go.
Will you also tell us the story about trying to get back to the Days Inn as well, though, Sharon? Because that will hinge, I think, a lot of whether we do it will hinge on you telling that hilarious story. And also, Catherine Baker has been in touch as well. She says, these quilling dies are so much fun to use. The graduated size gives such good result. I keep making flowers and don't know what to do with them all. Looks like springtime in the craft room. And I think the great thing about flowers and quilling is that, yes, you can use them in your cards, in your greeting cards, but actually, I think they look lovely on hair bands. They look great on a corsage.
They do.
Wonderful in a box frame. Wonderful around a picture frame. It is one of those things you can do so much with them. They are so versatile, whether you're card crafting or depending on any kind of craft that you are doing.
They
really
are, John.
busy on this.
And I'll be honest, so I've done quite a lot of quilling flowers in the past. And when I saw Sharon's technique of like folding them in, like cutting them and folding them in half, I just looked at that and thought, how has nobody come up with this before? This literally makes quilling so much easier, so much better, looks so much more effective. And I think Sharon's just kind of made that so much more accessible for so many people. It's absolutely unreal. So honestly, I feel privileged that we're able to work with Sharon to bring all of this like to you guys, because you know we can go make all this awesome stuff, but we need to have all the ideas and everything. Well, Sharon's one of those amazing ideas person who has all the ideas, and we just get to bring the ideas to life and then bring them to you. There we go, look at this. So straight under there.
You guys are loving it as well. I mean, so many of you that have gone for these collections over on HN, let me know in the comments how much you're loving these. Evelyn says these would look beautiful on a wreath. Absolutely, they would.
Oh, you could do them on a wreath from your subscription box.
That's exactly what I was thinking.
Is that what you were thinking, Joe?
No,
we're there.
Well, I say I was thinking. I think Evelyn was thinking it really, and then I've sort of piggybacked her idea, if I'm honest. But yes, definitely bring it in, and also think about bringing it into your subscription box. Think about how you're going to add things like these flowers and these butterfly elements into your wider stash across maybe lots of different ranges that we bring it here at Crafters Companion, maybe all of the brands, other brands that you already have in your craft room as well. I think there's something you could definitely sit down and center a project around this collection, but it's definitely one of those collections that's going to complement and you're going to be able to add in to projects that you're doing predominantly from other collections that you've got in your stash. It's definitely going to complement loads of things that you're working on, and it's the versatility with them, and I think that is why they are proving so busy yet again in this show. Loads of you in the ordering process on this particular collection at the moment. That's gorgeous, Sarah.
Isn't that looking lovely? And then I'm just going to add me a couple of little flowers that I've done. I've got another one that I've done down here as well. I think things always look good in threes, don't they? With this one here, I just used a little bit of can you see? So here's the two that you've just watched me make. And then this one here, I've just used a bit of sandpaper on the edges to just give a little bit of white on the edge. So it just shows you three kind of different effects. And I'm just going to place those in place on there as well, Joan. Just just bring everything to be all lovely and finished off.
Absolutely gorgeous. Cute card, says Janet as well. Diane says, thank you, Sarah, for bringing Sharon into our life. Oh, what a lovely,
my pleasure.
What an absolutely lovely thing to say. Loads of you going for these now, as I said, getting very, very busy. Still really busy on that subscription box as well. Johnny, how are we doing on the Monday mega deal? Wow, 40% of that Monday mega deal now has sold out and gone. I'll give you a recap on that in just a while. But if you want it, it's in your basket on the website at the moment. Definitely think about moving towards the checkout because it is really, really busy on that one. And a lot of you are multi-ordering, which is why I think that one is going quite so quickly.
Right, here we go, Joe. So all I'm doing is making my little flurry of flowers on here. And did you notice I'm using the glue gun for speed, but then I'm also kind of like manoeuvring them into where I want them to be. I love because they're made out of cardstock. They're pretty strong once we've got to that stage. And then also I've used in the set we also had, without change, there would be no butterflies. So I've just a nice stamped one.
Sharon's been back in touch.
Go on. What does she say now?
Typical Sharon, right? She says, Joe, I hear they are putting a commemorative plaque on the Fletton Parkway dedicated to my epic marathon trip around Peterborough. Hashtag roadworks, hashtag satnav fails, hashtag numpty. You wait till I ask her about that if I get to do a show with her. It's so funny. So funny.
Oh, bless. Right. There we go.
June says such a pretty card as well. Julia is loving that card too. Really gorgeous. I love that. What's that? What's the card base called there again? That concept.
That's a stepper card. That's a side stepper one.
Side
Johnny,
stepper.
our producer, would know all too well. He had to sit and learn every type of step. An inverted stepper, a centre stepper, a right side stepper, a left side stepper. He learned every type of stepper card with me when he was locked in here. You know, we said we took 3 days to record the ultimate USB, but obviously we're live on Crafters TV here, so we had to start our day at 6 o'clock after everything finished and record through the night to get all of these, to get the USB, I call them the DVDs, to get the 3 DVDs all done. So so it was perfect.
Debbie Fisher did an upside down easel card yesterday. I'd never seen it before. It's like it was like a down. I know. She's very fancy, very talented. That Debbie Fisher, you know, very busy on that collection. Do you want me to recap what you're getting in there, because you guys are absolutely loving it. Let me just show you what you're getting. As I said, you're getting the Mariposa firstly. Big, bold butterflies. Can be used on its own as just a topper element. Can be used with the base element. Also, remember, you've got the ability to really get not just a little bit of dimension, but like loads of dimension here with these wings, which I think is absolutely awesome. You can see just how much dimension you're able to get there with those. That one's awesome. You're also going to get Thinking of You as well. You've got the stamps and the dies. Now, as I said earlier, these are going to make bold, striking cards. These are going to be full, lush cards with loads of layers and lots of textures. That's what this is really all about. Both of those quilling flowers coming in there as well. You're going to get that wonderful die with a massive schmetterling there in the middle, and you're going to get the Sending Love sentiment as well. Let me just show you the samples that I had, because you'll get a better feel, I think, for what I'm talking about if I show you these samples, because look at these bold layers, textures, lots of different things in here. We've got ribbon and lace and pattern cardstock and quilling flowers on there. If you want to create the kind of cards that when your friends and family open the envelope, they know immediately before they open up the card who sent it to them. If this is your style, then I don't think you're going to find a better collection to enable you to do that. Bold, striking, we've got feathers in here, we've got gems on there. It really is awesome. And Sharon, of course, has put her years and years of experience as a designer into creating something that is going to be stand out. It is really going to set your cards apart from the others. Check this one out as well, that beautiful floaty flower. I love this huge butterfly on there. Bit of heat embossing, bit of glitter on there. It's awesome. £69 or $85 if you want to grab it. If you are a platinum member, $55.20 in the UK, or $68 if you are across in the US. Right. Monday mega deal. It's Centura Pearl. We have got 5 awesome packs for you. Half the stock has gone. You've got baby blue, baby pink, You've got the lilac in here. You've got ivory as well. And you've got the canary in there too. It is awesome. 5 packs is what we're offering you here. What is that, like £2.20 a pack? It's awesome value for money. It's why over half has gone. It's why a lot of you are now multi-ordering on this as well. So if you've got that in your basket, think about checking that out. Super, super busy there. Right, also, textured card, one of my favourites. I absolutely love this textured cardstock. So let's start with the cool tones first, which is this one just here. 36 sheets in here. Now it's 230 GSM. So if you're looking at this and thinking, oh, that's a lovely paper pad that they're going to send out to me, it's not. It is standalone, bona fide cardstock. 230 is a really awesome weight because it's a very versatile weight. It means that you can die cut it. It's not too thick that you wouldn't want to mat and layer a couple of layers, I would say. You can create boxes with it. Absolutely, you can do that as well. How about if you want to emboss with it as well? You can absolutely do that. If you want to take heat to it, so if you want to heat emboss on it, it's a really nice substantial weight to take that as well. It is the perfect all-round weight. So you've got the cool tones, which is this one here. We've also got the warm tones, that gorgeous fuchsia into those gorgeous red tones as well. Really lovely. I mean, that's like sexy high heel red, isn't it? It is gorgeous. Absolutely love that. Then you've got sunflower as well, which are these beautiful oranges and terracottas through to that really burst like a lemon sorbet there. And then we go into these gorgeous verdant greens as well, fused through to the really dark greens. Absolutely love that. 36 sheets in each of these, 12 by 12, 230 GSM. You've got the neutral tones as well. Not the most exciting, you wouldn't think, but it's really important that you have these colours in your stash because things like black as a matte layer, oh, it really makes your projects pop. And then, of course, your greys are so useful through right there into the whites as well. $19.99 or $24.95 if you wanted to get your hands on those. Platinum members can get those for £16 or $20, which is absolutely awesome. Now, we need to go back, though, to, of course, the star of the show thus far. It is that craft kit. So, really, really busy on the craft kit at the moment. £24.99, $24.99, £20 or $20 for Platinum members. You have got so much in here. You're going to make 24 cards at least, I reckon. And also don't forget full video tutorials available for that over on the website. Loads of you loving it so far. Super, super busy on this, Sarah.
I know, do you know, we were expecting it to be busy, but you guys have gone crazy for this. I've been reading all of the comments online, but not only that, I've been hearing how many of you have been checking out. Let me tell you, with these boxes, Joe, what happened is we've always done however many thousand, right? And most of them go out to people who are in the subscription all around the world. And then we bring a limited amount here for like one-off purchases, we say. Now, at the beginning of lockdown, when we first started getting our monthly boxes, literally everything we had went like that. I mean, I can remember, Joe, some of them didn't even last the show that we launched them in. So you're lucky that we're now kind of into our buy-in cycle as it is used to lockdown. And we bring in 3 or 4 times more boxes now. So they should last a whole month. However, we are yet to see one of the boxes last a month because they're so popular. The sooner we get them in, the sooner they go out. Now, if it's your first time getting one of these boxes, I guarantee you will not be disappointed because the value for money is off the scale. The craftability is off the scale. There's just something different about every single one of them. So if we open it up, the idea is, right? So on the back, it gives you a full list of everything that's included. Now, the reason it says it makes 24 cards is because in terms of your consumables, you get enough bits in to make 24 cards. So by that, I mean 24 of the actual base cards and envelopes to start with. So if I just flip through to this back bit here, here are 24 cards and envelopes all cut to size to get you going. Now, Joe, just to put the value for money into perspective, if you were to go and buy a pack of assorted size cards and envelopes, 24 cards and envelopes, you'd probably be talking £8, £9, $12, $14 just in the cards and envelopes, okay? So let's just think of it's working us out at $1 a kit in consumables, but then we've also got the tools that are going to stay on forever. So let me show you what else is in here. If I stay with the consumables first of all, and we look at the beautiful papers, you've got these lovely springtime shades where you've got those gorgeous papers, but then you've also got the solids to correspond with them. So lovely shades, so that when you mat and layer with them, it's the same shades that you're getting in these mats and layers that are perfectly going to tie in with the colours that you've got in the papers. Then you also have gorgeous ribbons, so we've done organza ribbon in these ones, 3 different sizes, and then also the lovely gems to match in perfectly with the ribbons that you've got in the collection. So everything's going to work. So those are your consumables sense humour built in there, Joe. Then we've put a pack of stamping card in here because this is about a stamping, this one. I've cut mine down to size for the next demo. Your stamping card, I mean, to buy a pack of stamping card like this, I mean, I know we normally do them in the A4 size, and this is the 8x8, so 3 inches shorter, but this would be a $9.99 pack if it was A4. You're actually getting the 8x8 pack, and it's just included in there. Then we've got the tools. So you've got one of your embossing folders that's got the dies cut in for the butterfly wings to lift. You've got the mini dies, and you've also got the stamps. Now, in this demo, what I'm going to do is I'm going to use all of the stamps that we started with, Joseph. I'll get all my stuff put back in my box, okay? And what I'm going to do is I'm going to get my stamps back out. And we're going to start off, I'm going to use the wreath first of all, Joe, and I'm going to stamp the wreath, but then also use the Just For You in the middle. So if I just bring in my stamping platform, so whether you like to use rocker blocks or stamping platform, you use whatever you want, but I'm going to stamp it in one of our alcohol-proof dies, because then I'm going to get a bit of colouring with our tri-blends that we had on in the earlier show, Joe.
Nice. So busy in that earlier show on those tri-blend brush markers. You can definitely go back and grab that now that the full 24-piece collection box as well is in stock, and it's like it's our gifting deal, isn't it? You said, Sarah, it's the deal we want to do for Christmas because we know so many people want to get their hands on them.
So there we go. So I've stamped that, and you can see how well that's come out, okay? And then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to use, let's have a look. I always say pop another little piece underneath here. And then, Joe, you're going to lose me. I've got, just so you know the colours, I'm going to work with my alpine green, my light green, the pale pink and the pink violet blends, and I'm just going to go and do a little bit of colouring in, Joe.
Awesome. Massive response to this craft kit. 30% now, the stock of the craft kit has sold out and gone. Lots of you loving it. Landa says, such a beautiful kit. Deed says, the boxes are worth the price just for the cards and envelopes. She absolutely loves them. Lots of chatter and looking forward to that Sharon masterclass. Astrid says, I love the textured cardstock so much. It's great for the handbag dies, and the colours are lush too. They really are. Lots of you jumped on those already. If you want to get this box, remember $24.99 if you're in the UK or the US. If you are a platinum member, you can get this for £20 or $20, which is absolutely awesome. It is really busy on it. Remember as well, full video tutorial for these products available for you over at crafterscompanionbox.com. Craig filmed the videos for these ones, which are going to give you lots and lots of inspiration, which is awesome. As I said earlier, I think these are an incredible gift. If you wanted us to send it off to someone else and send you the bill, absolutely we can do that, no problem whatsoever. The other great thing as well about giving them as a gift is they're so beautifully gift wrapped. And I think, Sarah, as well, a lot of us, whereas maybe we would in previous years would meet up and exchange presents, a lot of us won't be doing that now, will we? So looking for different ways maybe of sending presents to different people in our life. This is a great way that you could do that if you do have crafty friends that you're not going to see.
I think that's an absolutely brilliant idea, Joan. Like you say, whether it's getting somebody new into craft, or maybe it's yourself, and you've only been doing little bits of craft and you're wanting to start something a little bit different, this is the set that's going to enable you to do that. Now I'm trying to use a few different colours here, Joe, just to give you a little bit of a feel for how, like, I'm using some of the different shades of green. Just so you can see, this was the lighter shades of green. I'm now going in with the darker one. This is your alpine green, and the other one I used was the light green blend. So you can see the different shading. In true Sara style, I have one I coloured earlier, but just to give everybody a little bit of a feel for what the different shades and colours look like as it was.
And the brilliant thing with this is because you are colouring them in, you can do them to any colour theme you want, whether you want to make Christmas ones, summer ones, autumn ones. It's something you're going to use all the year through.
I couldn't agree more.
Beautiful.
And like you say, you can, by changing the colour palette that you're working with, you can change it very easily for the season. I mean, it just takes seconds, Joe. Look how different there. So I've just done one half. Let's have a look. So I did one half with the nice pastely shades, and then I've done one half with the deeper shades, and look how much deeper it looks. Now, tell you what looks awesome, Joe. This one here that I've done, and what I've done is I've gone from here, And if you look, if I take this one again, you can come and use some of these little gems just from the gem set and just add some little gems into the centre of your flowers, and it just adds such a lovely little kind of finishing touch to it. So if you just add them into the centre, again, there's the one that I've done where I've added those lovely gems, and can you see how they just catch the light a little bit? So there's my gorgeous little wreath ready to go in the centre of my card, okay? So if I pop them to one side, I've got this, and we're just going to start and piece the whole card together. So what I like to do from here is have a look at what we've got colour-wise. So that is going to mat and layer perfectly onto a little bit of the pink, Jo, and I'm going to layer that up. And actually then what I'm going to do is I'm going to get out some of the butterflies, because you've got the dies in the set here. You do have them somewhere, Jo. Here we go. We're going to have the dies as well. So I'll also do some die cutting and stamping and layer. I'll just layer the whole thing up. As long as you can see what I'm doing, Jo, everything will make sense.
Lisa Smith says, do you use the Sharon Callis quilling flowers with paper or foam, or can you use them on both, Sara?
Oh, both. And we talked about before, love the idea of doing them on vellum.
Yep.
Or onto tissue paper.
Indeed.
I think they would look wonderful on tissue paper.
Things like mulberry papers, I bet they'd look good with as well.
Yes.
All of those sort of different lovely organic papers and gorgeous papers that you can find at the moment. Absolutely, they would look brilliant.
But if you're doing them with our foam, if you're doing them with our flower forming foam, all you would do is, like you do with your, you know, if you were doing them with regular foam, do all of your die cutting first, any inking, and then you can go and heat them before you then stick them together.
Awesome. Great tip there. Loads of you still chatting away. Don't forget, I'd love to see pictures of things that you've made with any of your previous craft kits, any of your previous subscription boxes. Let me see those pictures. Details are down there, studio at crafterscompanion.co.uk.
All the way down it.
All the way down
there.
There you are. And that is where you need to send them to. We love it when you send us in pictures of things that you've been making. It's really lovely to share your ideas with the rest of the Crafters TV viewers. There's a big week coming up on Crafters TV as well. Ben's going to be with you for a few days from tomorrow, which will be awesome. I'm back with you on Friday this week with the Double Sara Day. We have got an awesome day. We've got the launch, remember, of that brand new MIDI. First chance to get your hands on it here on Crafters TV, and also the exploding boxes. And also we've got those brand new Lee Holland stamps coming up for Colour Me Happy as well on Friday afternoon. So it's going to be a fabulous day.
Friday is going to be a really big day, isn't it?
We're calling it Fabulous Friday.
Fabulous, are we, Jo?
That's what it's got a name, yeah. Fabulous Friday. Yeah.
Fabulous Friday. Jo, if that's what you want to call it,
tomorrow,
I'm absolutely going to go with
Ben
that.
will be here. It's Treat Yourself Tuesday tomorrow. That's what I like to call it. Treat Yourself Tuesday.
Treat Yourself Tuesday, Fabulous Friday. I'm liking it all.
Awesome.
Right.
Very busy now on this craft box as well. Lots of you placing your orders, lots of you getting yourself checked out. Remember what you've got in here, hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of elements. You're going to make at least 24 cards. That is with just what is in the box alone. You have got so much stuff in here, from stamps to embossing folders to those dies as well. It is awesome value for money. How do we manage to, I always wonder this, Sara, how do we manage to get so much in these boxes? And it feels like every time we do a new one, the value seems to just get better and better.
Well, the reason we can do it, Jo, is because basically we buy so many tens of thousands of these, okay? So the more we buy, the more pressure we're able to put on our supplier to be able to do these for us at fantastic prices. But then also, the other thing that I think is really important is you've got to remember, we do these as a little bit like a taster of everything Crafters Companion. So these aren't like this isn't like a product for us. So putting my business head on here, this is not like a money-making thing for Crafters Companion. This is like one that comes out of our marketing budget. So we develop all of these products from our marketing budget to get all of you guys trying everything that it is we do. And once I've got you trying and loving everything we do, I know you're going to be coming back for more. So that's why we do these at really incredible prices to get loads of people started with this.
Awesome. And I think if you were new to crafting, you know, if you don't have a really wide craft set, if you've got a small die cutting machine, remember it all goes through the Mini, I think they are absolutely awesome. If you only made 24 cards, it would absolutely be worth every single penny of that price on your screen. However, you're going to make many, many more cards than that just by adding in a little bit of bits and bobs from your own stash, a few card blanks and envelopes. Because you get card blanks and envelopes, don't think you can't bring this into other types of crafting as well. That doesn't mean you can't scrapbook with these. Absolutely. You're going to be able to make awesome scrapbook pages with these. Think about making things like tags with these as well. You know how much I love a tag. You can make some awesome little round tags. If you love fussy cutting as well, is another thing I'd say. You're going to absolutely love playing with these, snipping out little elements of those floral wreaths, decoupaging those up as well. That's definitely another way in which you could use it. I think it's just really awesome and something that you're going to be able to use all the year through as well. For Holidays on YouTube says, I'm addicted to these boxes. I am loving this one. Gorgeous stamps, and look at those papers. Oh, Susan's from a very interesting place name. She's from Gurney.
Gurney?
Gurney in Illinois.
Do you know, I've heard of that actually.
Have you?
Yeah, I have. I don't know how.
Oh, is it when we played the funny place names games here before? Is that where it's come in? That is looking gorgeous.
Isn't it lovely? But how easy was that, Joe? And I know I'd done a little bit of the colouring already, but I did colour a good half of my wreath just to show you how easy these cards can be. But what I love the idea of is you can kind of lock yourself away, and as long as you've got a die cutting machine and something to stamp with, and even if your die cutting machine's just your mini, everything you need, you've got right there. So I know, like, for example, Val and John, my in-laws, were at the caravan a few weeks ago, and one of the other caravans, there was a crafter staying in there, and they were on the phone to me when I was ringing the kids, and they were saying, we've been chatting to so-and-so, and they love craft, and they've got all of this. And I brought that person one of our subscription boxes. I can't remember which box number it was, but the thought that, you know, he didn't have a lot of his craft stuff there with him, but he was at the caravan, few little bits of craft pieces in that box, everything to do the most incredible cards. And I just thought, what a great way to try something different. If this is what you want to just try something a bit different, you're guaranteed incredible value for money, and you know you're going to get incredible craftability and all of those amazing ideas. That's what the boxes give you.
Absolutely, it does, and great value for money. How are Val and John? Send Val and John my love.
Send
they might
them
be watching. You never know.
They might
Hello,
actually.
Val and
No
John.
chance. They pick the kids up from school on a Monday.
Oh,
so
do they?
I can tell you now, there's 2 TVs downstairs. One will have Paw Patrol on,
right,
and the other one will probably have the Avengers on. So okay. I think you and I. I've got to tell you this. This is hilarious. Okay, so I was putting out Charlie to bed the other night, and we were reading. It's got a pop-up book, and it opens up, and the crocodile opens up and eats you, right? Like, you know, pops out. Yeah. Anyway, he's been a little bit rough with it and he's broke it. So we were reading the story and he says, Mummy, it needs fixing. And I said, don't worry, son. You just need somebody who's a really good crafter, can stick it together. And he said, no problem. Can you ask Joe to do it for me?
Did he really?
He totally did. And I was like, you have got to be kidding me. Can I take it to work and ask Joe? He calls you Joe Rumblin. Can you ask Joe Rumblin to do it for us, Mummy? And I was like, well, I could, son, or number one crafter living in this household could just go and do it this evening for you.
Oh, he's so funny. I love him so much. He's such a little character. Right, let me share with that is really hilarious. Let me share with you some of the gorgeous things you're able to make with this craft box. As you can see here, really gorgeous. And again, think about playing around with the different colour combinations. You've got all of these cardstocks, the plain cardstock, the pattern cardstock. It's all in there for you, which is awesome. And love how delicate these can be. You're going to theme these up. Do you know what? If you went for that, if you went for the Woodland Animals earlier, the Nature's Garden collection, if you went for the textured cardstock that you got in that collection, you could use that with this few autumn colours on there as well and make a really gorgeous autumnal wreath if you want to as well. I'm playing around with the idea of making a Christmas wreath, you know, Sarah.
I think you should do it.
Yeah, I need to watch some YouTube videos and stuff, I think, and I've got my amazing scissors now, so I can definitely do it with those. But I'm going to give it a go. I'm going to have a little bit of research over the next few days, see which style I'm going to go for. Right, I want to share with you these because these have been so popular. When we bought these to you at that higher price, $47.94 or $89.70. Incredible value for money. So busy because there's loads of options with them. Let me just share this with you. So what you can do is you can either do them as they've been done here. So you see how we're using them as these sort of gates on the front of the card here. It comes together, gives you that sentiment. I love the fact that the sentiment is a really modern brush lettering, but it's super legible as well. Now you can either do them like this, or what you can do is actually do them so it interconnects as well, so they lock into each other. If you wanted to put something like a gift voucher in there, they work perfectly. If you wanted to extend it and do like a band around a box or around your card, they're awesome for that as well. The other brilliant thing with them is that you've got all the different stamps that you need to customise your own sentiment with each of the die cut elements. So with luck, you've got good, and you've also got wishing you lots of. You've then got thanks as well, which is a bunch very much, just to say. You've also got happy new home in here, as well as best, it could be best friend, you're my, sending, and then also you've got lots of love here too. The other one you're getting as well is wish. Now in this configuration, I cannot quite get my, I'm gonna have to check it again with Johnny. Is it buy 2, get 4 for free? You just pay for 2 of these and we send you the rest of them. We just send them to you, send you all 6. It's amazing value for money. Again, they're one of those die one of those concepts of dies that, depending on the different sort of textures that you use, the different cardstocks, the different colours, they can look really different. You can also, as well, if you are clever, if you can actually just use it to die cut that out and actually just take that as a topper. So if you want to just get the luck, for instance, and have that as a topper on your card, another way you can use it. Really versatile, these, Sarah. And I mean, at this price, it's one of those kind of, either you own it or you're getting it kind of prices, isn't it?
Well, if you don't already have it, you absolutely can't afford to miss it on this one, Joe. And they're fabulous. I've got loads of cards as well that I can show you, but I wanted to show you there's 2 ways that they're designed to work. One, because they're called Hugs Gatefold, if you do them on a Gatefold card, they hug together in the middle. That's how it works. So you can either put them on the Gatefold or you can have them interlinking in the centre. So I personally like to have them on the Gatefold. Now, if you're going to do that, first thing you need to do is create a Gatefold card with a fold back. So let me just show you, and I'm going to explain it instead of giving you the sizes, so that then you can do it on any size card. You decide how big you want your card to be. So in this case, I've gone with a 6-inch wide card. So you need 6 inches, then you need 3 inches either side to a fold line, and then it doesn't matter what this is at the end, as long as it's at least the width of your die, right? So whatever your width of card is, then a fold line, then half of that width at either side, then an excess, so that when it meets in the middle, right, this, your gatefold meets in the middle, and this excess bit is what's going to get cut away, but you need to have enough at least for the base to go on. So watch, I'm going to do thanks on this one. So if I take the 2 pieces off, the thanks are going to cut down the middle here. So you get tha and unks on the other side, okay?
Oh, hang on, do that again. You do
Tha.
do th, I'll do unks. Do it
Tha.
quickly. Th, unks, th, unks.
Right, hang on,
It's
ready?
like beatboxing.
Ready.
Th.
1, 2, 3. Tha,
Unks.
that,
Unks.
thank, that.
Unks. It's like some sort of weird game of crafty
Yeah,
beatboxing.
it could well be. It doesn't sound that exciting to me. But never mind, we'll
Sounds like
give
there's
it
a
a
problem
go.
with our microphones, apparently.
So that's where you want them to appear, okay? So just open this back out, and you're putting that for the cut exactly on there, okay? And you're going to tape down the tha, and then the unks goes on the other side, Joe, right? And again, because we lined it all up perfectly, that is just going onto there, and you're just making sure, I'm just catching on that fold line. Does that make sense?
It does.
So
make
I
total
just
sense.
put them together again, you can see. So there it is. There's the 2-bit coming together perfectly. So what we're going to do is we're going to open them up and send them through the die cutting machine. So we're going to do one side at a time, right? So there is my tha, and I'm going to go straight through. And watch what I'm going to do. I think I'm going to cut it, and then once I know that I've cut it, I was going to say, you can always pause it. Yeah. And if you want to resume it back out the other side, you don't have to let that whole thing feed through the machine, but just make sure you do get it right through for your cut, okay? So there's one side, and then that side, oh look, that literally cut and lifted out. How clever was that?
Oh,
so we're going to
awesome.
do the same with the unks, right? We're going to put it at that edge, and we're going to put this in here, so we're going to send it through, and once we know that it's cut, so I'm just listening for it. That's it. I'm going to stop and I'm going to reverse it out. And that will line up those thanks absolutely perfectly, right?
It does indeed.
So,
Carol says, I love that, haha, Joe. I think you are his favourite. Beth says as well, kids say the cutest things.
Yeah.
They really, really do. Janet says, well, oh my God, it's my week off work this week as well. Can't wait for Friday. Shut the front door, shut the back door, put your Christmas tree up and get ready for Friday, everyone. Woo,
yes.
Woo.
Well,
There
actually,
we
never mind
go.
Friday. Tomorrow, let me tell you, tomorrow it's going to be epic because who bought the foiler? Who bought the new large foiler in birthday week?
Oh, so many of you got it. Is it already sold out? Did I see it? Or have we got some back?
Do you know? I don't know. I think we have. I think we have a limited amount.
We might have a very
for
small
tomorrow.
amount.
But I did promise that everybody who got it in birthday week, we'd be doing all these masterclasses, even if everything's sold out. So if you make sure you're tuning in tomorrow, basically what I'm going to be doing, Joe, is I'm going to be teaching everybody how to do foiling onto fabric. So a lot of the projects that I did, if you saw the masterclass launch, you'll have seen me when I did my, I did some lovely cushion covers, I did foiling onto ribbon, I did a lovely zip top, but I didn't. Trisha did me a wonderful zip top bag and a cushion, and I thought, why don't I teach you all of that stuff that she's done? So my show tomorrow, literally the whole show is planned to be just like that. I think it's going to be absolutely wonderful.
I think it's going to be fantastic. I think I need to tune in and watch that, you know.
You definitely do, Joe.
I'm a bit gutted
It's
that I'm
gonna
going home now. Call
Well-
Ben, tell him not to bother. I'll stay.
I'll give him a ring and tell him.
I don't think he'll have that.
You
for
don't
some
think he'll
reason.
have it, do
I don't
you?
think he'll stick that.
Right, what I've done is I've just die cut them. You saw me do it in a little bit of gold, right? Just so that what I can do is I can take this now and I can layer it over top of these, and it just makes them really stand out. Now, what I would say, Joe, is these are the sort of cards whereby for people who don't do crafts, right? They will never ever understand how you've got this to work. In fact, to be honest, Joe, for a lot of people who do crafts, they still probably won't have a clue how you've got the thanks across the gatefold in your card. I mean, isn't that just super
awesome.
clever? And what I've got is I've just got some nice, really simple kind of mats and layers to put the whole card together. But you've seen the clever bit now. I mean, it's just fabulous once you know how to do it. And you can be doing this type of card. And actually, I've done masterclasses with these. So go back and watch the masterclasses and you'll learn how to do all those different types of cards that we've shown you in the samples and we've talked about. But once you've got the dies at buy two, get four free. I mean, that is a cartload price, that.
Isn't it?
You can go back and you can watch those masterclasses and just have a little learn how to do all of these fabulous techniques with the really advanced cards. I mean, Monday Makers is always the time of the week when we get to do some really advanced crafting. So I'm pleased. I chose the Sharon Callis collection and these Gatefold hugs. They were my two choices of what advanced cards do I want to teach everybody. And I tell you what, I am loving that you have been loving them.
Absolutely, you guys do. Buy two, get four, totally free of charge. Should be $47.94. It's $15.98 today. Should be $89.70 in the US. It's $44.85. Definitely grab them whilst they are on such a fantastic price, is what I would say. Carlene says she has just got a notification to say that her platform is coming today. She can't wait. She's excited. Lisa says these Gatefold die cuts are awesome. Gives cards a great first impression presentation for a card.
And presentation, guys, is absolutely everything.
Oh, if you want a great deal on those flowers as well. Is that the Cosmos, I think that one
It
isn't
is.
You can go back. They were on a half price deal yesterday. You get 5 of them. Now, let me get this right. You get 5 of them, I think for like £25 in the show yesterday. It was unbelievable. It's like £5 per die set. Go back to the Second Chance Sunday show on the website, find those deals. And we also had a fabulous deal as well on the double-sided edgeables as well. So make sure you go back and check all of that out over on the website. Kathleen just says, you two are so funny. I hope you mean funny ha-ha, Kathleen.
I hope she does mean funny ha-ha, because the funny thing is, Kathleen, we weren't even trying to be funny today.
No, I know. No, we've been very serious today.
There you go. There's that Gatefold hugs.
Absolutely beautiful. Remember what you're getting in here as well. You are buying 2, you're getting 4 free. You're going to get luck. Remember, you've got the die cut element. You've then got the stamps in there to enable you to customize that as well. You've got thanks. There is Happy New Home. We have got Best Friend. You've got lots of love. And the other one you're getting in here, the 6th one, is Wish as well. So $15.98, $44.85. Make sure you grab those. Right, we're going back to the Monday Mega Deal. 60% of that Monday Mega Deal has sold out and gone. Baby blue, baby pink, lilac, ivory, and canary, 10 sheets of each, 310 GSM Centura Pearl. It's unrivaled quality, £11 or $16. It is not one per customer either, shockingly. A load of you multi-ordering on those at the moment. Definitely great for getting stocked up. A lot of people talking about them being great spring and Easter colours as well, but it's great to get them now whilst they are on such a great deal as well at the moment. Robin's got some suggestions for day names. She says Marvellous Monday, Marvellous Monday, Wonderful Wednesday, and Thankful Thursday, and Fabulous Friday. We just need and Treat Yourself Tuesday. Is that it? Yeah, that's the whole We're Every Day of the Week, midweek taken care of. And Sunday, Super Social Sunday, I've decided. I just need something for Saturday, and then that's it. We're done, taken care of. Loads of you still chatting away. Remember, any questions that you've got about absolutely anything, make sure you drop into Facebook, or of course pop into YouTube. Did we have some pictures, Johnny? Oh, we've got some pictures. Loads of you have been sending in things that you've been making, and this is stuff that you guys have made with us, some of our previous craft boxes as well. Joanne, box number 29, please, has sent this in, which I think is awesome. She's also sent us another picky as well, which we love. That one looks great. Is that poppies on that one? I think it might be. They look gorgeous. Mary sent this in. And these are from the Sharon Callis collections. Mary, they are gorgeous. Do you know what I mean about them really having a theme? A really strong sense of identity is what those Sharon Callis collections have, which I think is absolutely awesome. Star of this show, though, without a shadow of a doubt, is that awesome brand new craft kit. Over 220 elements within there. You're going to make at least 24 cards from this collection. You have got everything you need in here. You've got metal dies, card blanks, envelopes, stamps, cut and emboss folder, coloured card pack, printed papers, stamping card, ribbons. You've even got 100 gems in there as well. It is an incredibly well-filled box that you've got there. Don't forget as well, you've got full video tutorials available to you over on crafterscompanionbox.com. There you can go and be inspired by Craig. Remember as well, if you haven't got it yet, go for a mini in conjunction with this. The two work hand in hand so beautifully. And as we said earlier, if you want to send someone a little care package, maybe you want us to send this someone else, send you the bill as a little gift. I think this is the most awesome sort of type of product that we do for allowing you to do that. It is very, very busy. £20 or $20 for our platinum members, or $24.99, 24, whether that's pounds or dollars. A third of the stock has sold out and gone. So we've had a really big reaction to this in the show. A lot of love for that last card that you made just there. Rose says, Rose got a question about the gatefolds, keeping them closed. I guess they don't really need to stay closed. They can flat. You can interlock them as well, those gatefolds. Completely up to you. It's there are two totally different concepts. You've got full instructions on how to do both concepts, and there's video tutorials, I believe, across on the website there for you as well. I did an
awesome masterclass.
Did you?
I did an awesome masterclass on these. So honestly, go back and have a little look, and you'll see I showed you how to do the interlocking element. I showed you how to do the gatefold. I showed you how to do different shape cards. We did a whole 2-hour masterclass just on that technique. But I tell you what, get them on your buy 2, get 4 free, then go back and watch the masterclass. Awesome. Yes, do that and then pop back, because they certainly, I don't believe were that kind of price when we did them before. Right, the craft kit. Sorry, it's the star of the show at the moment. You got more that you want to share with us? I've always got more that I want to share with you, Joe. We've literally used just a couple of elements from the kit, right? So what I thought I'd do is take inspiration, and this is what I do a lot, take inspiration from the ones on the box. So we always photograph some lovely cards to give you that inspirational idea. So I thought, right, let's try this one here, should we? Should we give this little one here a go?
Oh, yes.
So we haven't used that little bit. So if we open this up, I'm going to get out my stamp set. So we've got the stamps that I've just been using. We're going to use a little bit of the die cuts as well. I'm going to need some of the ribbon for that one. Nope, don't need any ribbon, but we do need some of the gems. Oh, the ribbons are lovely, aren't they? Right, so, and then we're going to obviously need the card blanks, and we're going to need some of the papers that go with it as well. So the paper, there it is, it's that one there. I do quite like that one. And then you'll see that that marries in perfectly with a lot of these lovely shades. There we go. Look how well that's going to matte and layer together. And this is the beauty. It's all your papers, but then all the mattes and layers to really finish it off. So what you're going to do is you're going to get all the bits you need out of your box to get you started, Joe, okay? And let's have a little look. I'm going to start with a bit of stamping. So I've got some of the stamping card, and I know I said this earlier, but just to buy a pack of stamping card, because stamping card's really great quality. Here it is, me stamping bit. Just to buy a pack of the stamping card, you'd be looking at $9.99 for a full A4 size. Now, I know this isn't a full A4 size, but even, you don't, quite often when you're stamping, you don't need A4. So just the value in the stamping card alone is absolutely fantastic to get you started, Joe. Now, what I'm doing is I'm using this, and I've got my, really important this, if you're going to colour them in with any of your tri-blends, you want your alcohol-proof dye. So you must get the alcohol-proof one. And we do them in, oh, I've got it all over here. We do them in black and also like shades of brown, shades of grey as well. But even onto the stamping card, you're going to get a really nice crisp finish. So I'm going to just pop this down here, and we'll have that best wishes on there. So I'm going to stamp that down there, and then I'm going to go into my own little world, Joe, and I'm going to get the box out there, right? So I'm going to follow what's on the box.
I thought you meant Leanne's box for a minute. I thought you were going to stand on Leanne's box.
Leanne's box, that would be really funny. I'm going to put this up here, and I'm going to draw my inspiration from the colours in there. I've got a pink out, but I think I might get the coral blend out here, because obviously I've got my whole box. So I think I'll get the box out, and I will choose the coral blend. Coral. Please tell me you're in here, Coral. There it is. The coral blend. Oh, and I've just there it is. Coral blend, to do a little bit of blending on there as well.
Awesome.
Right, you'll have lost us now, Joe.
Right, colouring coma initiated. Joan Louise C on YouTube says, got a package on the way today. I've got no idea what's in it because I've got so many orders on the way. It's all part of the fun. So excited. I love that. Sort of like potluck crafts companion deliveries. Josie says as well, I just keep ordering. I'm loving the products. And also a stunning card as well, says Marianne. Yes, don't forget, loads coming up still this week here on Crafters TV. Absolutely loads for you to shop for. That Softer Side of Life show tomorrow sounds really exciting.
It's going to be awesome. You have to get up early for it, guys. I'm just saying you have to. You'll be gutted if you miss that one live. Because if you're live, then I can take your questions live. So let me know in the comments who's got a filing machine and who's going to be getting up to watch with me tomorrow.
Oh, yes. Who's going to be watching that show tomorrow? Do let me know. East Coasters, I mean, you're all right. 8 a.m. That's the cut-off for me, you know, 8 a.m, Sarah. Anything before 8 a.m,
well,
it's dangerous territory.
Luckily for you, Joe,
it's 1 o'clock, I'll get a lie in.
So we're all good.
Absolutely. I'm not the best morning person. I'll just put it out there. So it's lovely that we only come to you here in the afternoon. It's like the perfect job for me, really. East Coasters, I'm looking at you. Bit of a harder challenge for you guys. 5 a.m. I think you can do it. I've got faith in you. But yeah, make sure you join Sarah and Ben tomorrow for that. Are you doing the later show as well tomorrow, Sarah?
Of course I am.
Is it a double Sarah?
Oh, it's double Sarah.
Doubles. They're like buses. I say these shows with Sarah, you wait a week and a half for one and then 4 come along all at the same time, which is awesome. There's a really awesome launch party coming out tomorrow with Sarah and Ben as well, so make sure you join them both for that. Carol loves the cut and emboss folder that's in this kit. And the great thing is, yes, you're going to use a cut and emboss folder in this kit. You're going to take that and you're going to use that across loads of other elements. The other bit that astounded me, Sarah, as well, was when I realised that the stuff that's in these boxes is only produced for these boxes. I always thought, like, if you didn't get it in the box, don't worry, because that stamp and that embossing folder, you know, in a month's time, you'll be able to buy that on the website separately. But that's not the way it is it?
Absolutely not. Under no circumstances will we be ever releasing any of this stuff again.
Awesome. Rose says the boxes are the best value around. I absolutely agree with you. So many of you as well letting me know that you collected these or have collected these from the start, which is super, super impressive and goes to show you, you know, the quality that you're getting in here as well. Remember also that there's only kind of a lot of time really with a lot of the boxes, there's only really one go to get at them, because what happens is we produce a finite amount. Some of that goes into the HSN subscription service. What is left over, we bring straight to you here at Crafters TV. So if you want to get it, if you want to make sure you're completing that collection, if you're in the UK, this is absolutely your chance to get hold of it. A third of the stock of it has gone. It will get busier and busier and busier. So many of you, I always forget this, so many of our viewers watch these shows back after it's been aired. Yes, there's hundreds, often thousands of you watching us live, but so many more of you watch back on demand. Remember, you can watch any of our shows back at absolutely any point that you want to across on our website, crafterscompanion.co.uk.com.au. There you can watch and shop as well at the same time, don't forget, which is always awesome. And also, if you're watching a show and you think, right, you know, you've placed your order for this box here and you think, I want to be able to find it immediately, if you're watching on Facebook, you can share the Facebook Live and that goes onto your wall and you'll be able to come back and find it really easily. I think I'm not very like down with the kids with YouTube, Sarah, but I think they call it bookmarking it on YouTube. I'm not sure, I could be wrong.
You're asking the wrong one here, Joe. Yeah. That's all I can say is you're asking the wrong one here.
I really want to download TikTok, but I just don't think I'll get it, you know.
Yeah.
Some funny videos, but I'm just not sure I'll get it. I'm not sure it's for me. I think it's a bit too, you know, forward for me.
A bit too forward thinking, is it?
Maybe just a bit. Rosalind says, don't know if foiling that early, but we'll definitely be watching. Rosalind, I think you can do it. Katie Henderson, she's going to be up at 5 a.m. with you, Sarah.
Is that right?
Yep, she's. I wonder if there's going to be any
Fabulous.
Wonder if we'll have any Hawaiian viewers that will be up with you at 3 a.m. Who knows?
Oh, I tell you what, I will be super impressed if we have. You'll be well on down with the brownie points with Sarah if you do that, guys. I can tell you that now.
Yeah, absolutely. We were asking people the other day how they watch Sarah. We had a bit of a straw poll about how people watch on their phone, their iPad, their laptop, their PC, the big telly.
Right.
And we had a lot of people that watch in bed on their phone sneakily. One lady in Hawaii watches us in bed whilst her husband's asleep next to her.
Oh,
at 3 a.m. and also at 6 a.m.
That is a fabulous, fabulous, fabulous level of commitment.
It really, really is, isn't it?
Right, now, did you see I've stamped the best? And then I've die cut out wishes. So you've got best wishes and also my little, oh, do you know what would be awesome? For my wishes, I'm going to do a little dot with the eye here. So there's my best wishes. I'm going to put a little gem in the middle of this one here, right? There we go. A little one goes in the middle of there. And then I'm just copying off the kind of what do you call it, Joe? The picture on the book, right? And I'm just taking my inspiration from here and just it's not copying, it's taking inspiration from. And I really want to emphasize to people that it is absolutely totally fine to do that. I don't want you to think that for any reason we would ever have a problem with anyone copying the cards that we do. That's what we do them for, guys. We go to all this trouble to give you all the ideas of what you can do with our stuff. There you go, look at that.
Confused.
I quite love how that's come together.
Mary's going to be watching at 6 a.m. So I wonder where Mary's going to be watching at 6. Maybe is it Central Time? Is that 6 a.m.? I get very confused. There's a lot of time zones, isn't there, in the US?
So let's have a look. So you've got, so East Coast is 5 hours different to here.
Yeah.
Then you've got Central Time, which is 6 hours different.
Right.
Then Mountain Time, which is 7 hours different.
Mountain Time, that's the one I always forget about.
Mountain Time, 7 hours different.
Right.
And then you've got the West Coast, Pacific Time.
8 hours difference.
8 hours difference to
and
here.
Then 10 hours in Hawaii.
10 hours to Hawaii. So one day, Joe, we'll get over there and we'll get to tell everybody we're in Hawaii doing a show.
Oh, can you imagine?
We can but dream.
I think we do need to do some sort of Crafts Companion road trip. That's what we just need to do.
Oh, I thought he was going to be on about the cruise again.
We could do it at the end. I thought we could do it at the end of the cruise. We go transatlantic, Southampton to New York, and then we could do Route 66 from there. I think it'd be a great way to see the country.
I love how you've got everything planned, Joe.
And now
he's got everything planned.
We are we live in such a Zoom generation now. We could have a little studio in the back of the RV and we could just Zoom all the shows in. I think we could send the product to each town as we go, pick it up on the way. It'd be a lovely idea.
I love your optimism, Joe. I absolutely love your optimism.
Thank you.
So right, so here we go. Let's have a look. I've spent ages on the topper. Well, I'm saying I've spent ages. I've spent a whole good 7 or 8 minutes on the topper. Just got my matte and layer for in the background. And then that, I'm just going to slightly tilt off. And I love how it wasn't like this on the box. I've added that little glow around the outside myself.
Someone was asking in the comments what colour you use for the little glow.
I did use True Blue #1, so TB1. And I just think that's... It covers a multitude of sins if you go out the lines, but actually I just thought it looked really nice. And then how nice and simple was that? Let's have a look. I've knocked my little dot. You should be good in the centre of that. And I just think the gems really finish that off nicely, don't they?
Really beautiful. I love it. I know it's not the technical term. On the wonk. I don't know what the actual real term is. That the technical term on the wonk?
I copied that off the one on the front of the package as well.
You?
Yeah, well, look at you. I haven't done that, but this is what we do, right? So there's the one on the front of the packaging. I took my inspiration from that and I just moved my curl down a little bit and I added a couple of extra little gems there, and instead of doing best stamped, I just stamped it straight onto the base and then put my die cut wishes on.
I think it looks absolutely
quite like that.
Blooming marvellous. Very, very busy on that subscription box. I need to go back and give you the details again of the 12x12 card pads as well. Remember, these are not paper pads, they are card pads because they are 230 GSM, which is a really awesome, it's double-sided, guys, as well, remember. It's a really awesome weight. It's a white core as well, so if you want to emboss it and sand it back and do any of those things, absolutely, you're going to be able to do that as well. There's your cool tones. I love the warm tones, and I love the lipstick red, that pillar box red that you've got in here as well. Which one is it? Oh, here it comes, that one. Oh, isn't that, it's just luscious, isn't it? I think it's just the most gorgeous red that you've got there in that warm tones one, that one. We've also then got as well the sunflower, which is a really interesting array of colours, from those oranges, really lovely terracottas, through to those beautiful lemons, the pale lemons, into those gorgeous greens as well there that you've got. Really, really lovely colour combination. And then this one just here, which is your neutral tone. So you've got your blacks into your greys, through to your pale greys, right the way through into those whites there as well. Nice to have a paper pad that has white included in it as well. This cardstock as well, it's textured, but whereas, you know, the one earlier I was talking about in the Nature's Garden collection was quite a coarse texture, isn't it? It's very textured. Yeah. This isn't. This is like a really fine, expensive French linen, which is what this is like. It is really, really very gorgeous. So it just adds a little bit of interest. It's almost like, it's not, obviously, it's like perforated on the surface. It's really, really lovely quality. As you'd expect, $19.99 each if you want to grab those, or $24.95, 36 sheets in each of them. Lots of you going for all 4 of those at the moment, which is a really popular way to make sure you get all of them. Very, very busy. Sharon Callis says her bags are packed. She says, you had me at Hawaii, Sarah. I will be there. Maybe that's where we could do your masterclass. Rose says, Joe, would you ever consider doing a Facebook Live for crochet? Do you know what, Ro? No one's ever asked me, but absolutely I would. She says, I bought the little animal companions and would love to do a crochet along with you. Do you know what? I'll ask someone tech savvy in the team, because it's a little bit hard to do it on your phone because you need to like see it sort of close up. Do you know what? Let's do it, Ro. Let's before Christmas, let's have a nice little get together and do a little bit of crochet.
You know what you should do?
On Facebook Live.
Yeah, you should teach everyone how to do the rainbows. Joe made me a lovely, he made the kids a lovely rainbow, and we still have it hanging up in the front of it. That was beautiful.
Oh yes, or maybe we could do a bauble, because baubles are quite easy to do as well. You do like crochet over a bauble, basically. You make little crochet baubles. We'll have a think about it. We will definitely see if we can make that happen before Christmas. Great idea, thank you for that, Ro. Cherry says she's waiting for that large foil plate to arrive. She will definitely be joining you in the morning.
It's a date, Cherry, it's a date.
It is a date. Karen wants to know as well, quick question, what is the difference between stamping card and Nina card?
Okay, so Nina card is what you're going to use to do all of your blending on. Stamping card is the one that just grabs the colour really, really well, and you can do all of your inking techniques on it. So if you're doing your alcohol pen blending, it's Nina card that you want. If you're just going to stamp and then die cut or use if you want to do a lot with your inking techniques, the stamping card is perfect. Now, I sometimes do colour with my alcohol pens on the stamping card, but the best results with the stamping. So like early today when we did that show with the woodland animals, all those fabulous results are what you do on the Nina cardstock.
Awesome. I hope that clears that up for you. Hannah Law says as well, my textured cardstock just arrived. It is beautiful. I might try making some little purses with that as well. And Susie too says, Joe, great idea for the Facebook. Linda's saying as well, yeah, great idea. I need to learn to crochet. We'll make it happen. I feel quite flattered that someone's asked me to do a Facebook Live on something crafty, Sarah.
Oh, you're so cute. Well, it's after that comment our Charlie made.
Absolutely, that's what it is.
You know, you need something crafty doing. Can we ask Joe, Mummy? Can we ask Joe?
Maybe we could do a Facebook Live on mending pop-up books as well. While we're there, we get Charlie over, get him involved.
Oh, bless you. Right, do you think I've got time for one last card?
Oh,
on
I
my
think so.
box? Right, let's have a little look. I thought, should we do something with because we've only done the one card with the, what do you call it? With this. With the embossing folder. And actually, let's get the ribbons out and let's get our ultimate out and do some lovely ribbon tying with the ultimate. And then this is one of my favourite papers in the set. How gorgeous is that one? Beautiful. It matches an embossing folder that we did back in the day as well. And I could just see you using like a portion of that with the base and the top, so you could actually get two lovely cards out of that one. So I'm going to do that, and I'm also going to get some of the, let's have a look, some nice lilac out. Let's have a go embossing the lilac with the embossing folder, right? So your embossing folders, Joe, are 3 inches. Here's my little trimmer, right? So they're 3 inches wide. So can you see? Let's have a little look. I'll just check there. 2. Let's have a look. 2 3/4. So actually, I'm going to cut my cardstock to 2.5 inches wide, and that will be a perfect size to go and fit through there. Let's do 2.5 by say 5, and we can trim it down at the end, right? So here we go. I'm going to take this. I'm going to pop it inside the folder so that we get the butterfly and then also some of the other elements on there. So can you see I'm going to add those other elements onto my butterfly, and I can see where that's cutting out beautifully well. Now, in case you missed it earlier, what I was explaining to everybody is if you're going to use your Gemini Mini with this, what you're going to need to do is add in that purple shim. Same when we get to the midi on Friday, you're going to need to add the purple shim in with the midi, okay? And then when we take this out, can you see you've got that it's lovely embossing on there, Joe, but you can't really see it until you start and add a little bit of ink. So I've got my plum jam here. I'm going to add, let's have a look, I've got my nice little rounded one, and I'm just going to pick up a little bit of that ink, Joe, and show you. Should I show you that technique again where we cover over the wings? So
I love that one.
Put that there, and then if I do this, now you can see, you can see the detail kind of coming in there on the butterfly, can't you? So I'm just going to add a little bit of detail on the butterfly and then pick up some of this lovely detail on some of the embossing that we've got as well on there.
Really, really beautiful. And I think it's a great thing about these boxes, can enable you, to get out other things that you've got if you love your ink pads. Loads of the ink pads are in stock over on the website. Definitely go over there if you need to stock up on those as well. And I think cut and emboss fold is something we do so well here at Crafters Companion. It looks beautiful.
Nice and soft and subtle, okay? So that's that. Now what I've done is, Joe, is I've already stamped one of those wreaths again. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to get my colours out, and I'm going to do a little bit of colouring, and I'm going to use the pale pinks, and I'm going to use the alpine greens this time. So you let me know what everyone's saying in the comments, and I'll do a little bit more of the blending.
Most people are talking about crochet, to be honest. I know. We set something off here. Fran says, I'm crocheting whilst watching this show. What are you crocheting, Fran? I'd love to see. But yes, lots of people talking about this box. Just loads of love. Lots of people sharing ideas and talking about all the boxes as well that they've had before. I'd love to know, just before the end of the show, what's your favourite box of all the ones that we've done? Because obviously this is number 30.
That's a good question.
Yeah, this is number 30, so I'd love to know.
I wouldn't like to answer that.
What your favourite one has been.
Well, let's have a think. I did really enjoy the quilling, and I must say we did a one once with our metallic pens, and it had some gorgeous stamps in it.
What was the one we did with, was it the everyday edgeables?
Oh,
I
yes,
love that
favourite
one.
That one, crikey,
got
I
some
can,
of
I
that
can remember doing that show. That was crazy.
It really was. I think we've still got some of the everyday edgeables in. Oh, did it sell out? I think it might have gone again. You can go and
Let's have a look at what you could have won, Joe. Just tease everybody.
I know. Sorry, I'm thinking out loud. I must learn to stop doing that. But yes, I'd love to know what your favourite one is of all the boxes that you've had. It is really busy still on this box at the moment. $24.99, whether it's pounds or dollars. You get it for £20 or dollars if you are a platinum member as well. So do think about that. Lynn says, oh, I love to crochet rainbows. I love the crochet rainbows that Joe made. That I gave it a go once and I got used to doing them. I made myself a purple one. A purple rainbow.
Well, I think that we need a picture sending.
Maybe.
Absolutely.
Absolutely, we do. I've actually got to start crocheting something this week, you know. I've got to make some mittens for our friends Dan and Emily for their little baby Barney. I've got some yarn for little Barney Bancroft, so I need to get started on those. Do you ever have that thing? Do you ever have that thing? I mean, I could be there a while. Have you seen the size of him, Sara? He's absolutely huge. He's only a year. He looks like you'd see him driving a JCB or something. He's massive. Do you ever do that thing, Sara, where you sort of neglect something for a little while and then you get a strong urgent desire to do it immediately? That's how I feel about crocheting at the moment. Like, I haven't done any for months and I just need to get some done. So that's what I'm going to be doing on my days off, as well as watching The Softer Side of Life tomorrow, of course, as well.
Yes, you've got to be inspired tomorrow, Joe.
Carlene says the very, very first one was her favourite. What was the first ever
the
one?
first ever one that we did was like a very simple introduction to edgeables.
Which makes sense because we are, you know, world famous for our edgeables, aren't we?
We are indeed world famous now.
We do the best edgeables in the world, I think. You know,
I saw somebody as well asking earlier, Joe, a comment was like, how do I get back in the subscription in the US? So HSN offer the subscription in the US and they only offer the opportunity to subscribe kind of once in a blue moon. So I don't know when the next opportunity to subscribe is going to be. Was there one the craft
day before last? Was there an in then?
There was, and I don't know when the next one is. We had thousands of you join the subscription on the last one, so people absolutely love it. But if you're not, you're gonna have to just keep buying them individually until we get to and it's the same price, but you're gonna have to keep buying them individually until we get the next enrollment opportunity, they call them.
Absolutely, and that's why it's always good to keep it tuned to Crafts TV, because any surplus that we do have, you know, the little bit extra that we sometimes get, we always bring it here to Crafts TV, so you'll know that you'll be able to get hold of it. The stencil box was Yvonne's favourite.
Yes, I love that one
too. Teresa says, Joe, that's a very loaded question. I could never choose. Linda says the flower forming foam box is my favourite.
Oh yes, that one was lovely. I think that was box number, was that 13 or 14?
This could be your chosen subject on Mastermind.
This could be, couldn't it? Yep. Well, I know because the team worked so hard on them, and obviously I'm involved in the design of every box and signing them off and whatnot. So I know what we've got coming in the pipeline, and I think that some of these boxes are just wonderful, especially for newbies.
I don't know what's coming in the pipeline. I'm not allowed. You know, so I'm outside the circle of trust when it comes to the craft boxes, because I've got a big mouth, I'm afraid.
Yep. At least you know why it is, Joe.
I do know why it is. Patricia says as well, I like the Stamp and Die number 3. I also really love the foam flowers as well. Terry says, I'm not sure which is my favourite subscription box, but I really did enjoy the button box that came out.
Yes, cute as a button. Was that number, I think that one might be number 8, might have been.
Right. She says, I made 17 cards from that collection.
Wow.
Ooh, love that one. And the thing is, you know, we talk about making 24 cards. You might not make 24 cards out of this collection. I know you're thinking, well, Joe, what do you mean I might not make 24 cards? You might just take elements of this and take it into other projects that you're already working on. That might be how you use it up. And then you might take the card blanks and you might take them and use them on a completely separate project. So we're not saying that you've got to make 24 cards just solely from this collection. You know, it plays really nicely with all of the other collections that we bring you as well. So there's loads of different ways that you can use it. And I think the great thing is, if you're a beginner, absolutely, you're going to open this box, You're going to go to craftscompanionbox.com and you're going to make up a lot of these as they are intended. But at this kind of value, I think a lot of you more experienced crafters, maybe you're using these as stash builders. Maybe you're going to take these papers into other collections that you already own. Maybe you will make a few cards up in this style as well. But maybe like the reef, for instance, you'll take that into a load of scrapbooking projects. So it really is fun. And I think sometimes, Sarah, it doesn't take much, does it, to re-energise you? You know, sometimes our creative energies just need a bit of a jump start, don't they? And a little box like this that's got a load of different bits in it can really help to do that, I think.
I think we should rename it a Mojo Kicker.
A Mojo Kicker.
I
love it.
Crafty Mojo Kicker. Look at that, Sarah Scissorhands to the rescue. I've just done a nice bit of simple kind of matting inlay, fussy cutting there. What I have got is a base card with a little bit of the matting inlay. So there's the one where I've done the little piece that we've got on there. And look, that is just going to go, just tuck it underneath there, and I'm going to just lay it up. Now, I do think we've just about got time, haven't we, Jo? Because I want to show everybody how to do some really nice layering up of some ribbons on your ultimate, right?
Absolutely. Carol says her favourite one was the dogs in the umbrella box.
Dogs in the umbrella.
The dogs in the umbrella.
Dogs in the umbrella. Oh, the little cute character one. Where it had a dog inside the umbrella. I know what the one. Funnily enough, the box wasn't called Dogs in the Umbrella.
I was thinking.
But I know exactly what she means, yeah.
Okay.
Right.
Sherry's is Over the Edge, 28, her favourite. Clarice says she loves the first one also. Zena says the March set was her favourite. The Sparkling Pots. Loves the stamps in that box.
Sparkling Pots, it was a good one, that one.
3 whole pots. You got like £15 worth of sparkling in that one. I couldn't quite believe it.
Honestly, we do the best value. Right, here we go, Jo. So, those of you who watch the Ultimate Masterclasses will know exactly how to do all of this. What I'm going to do is, let's have a little look. We'll do a large ribbon with this outer one here. And then we'll go medium size. Let's get you stuck back around here. We'll go medium size in the pink, all right? So that's back around there. I love to keep all my ribbons organised. And what I love is, because I'm a bit of a ribbon fiend, Jo, I'll be really honest, okay? But I love that all of these always coordinate. So they always coordinate exactly right with the gem colours that you've got. So watch this. If we want to do a bow, I'm going to go with a mid-size one first. And I'm just going to wrap around, cross it over. The piece at the top goes underneath, right? You come back over the top, and then all you're going to do is tie a knot, right? And that will give you the absolutely perfect bow. Now, while it's still connected on there, what you can do is you can either cut it like this, right? So then that goes out to that part there. And then you can manoeuvre everything into place. And then there is your first bow. There's our lovely bow to go on the front of our card. Now, if we want to go slightly larger than the next one, watch, we just move the peg up to the next hole, right? So just move it up one. We're going to go slightly larger with the ribbon. And this, now I'll show you how because I've learned how much ribbon to do, but if you don't want to waste your ribbon, tie it straight from here. So watch, we can go around and cross, and then I'm getting this to around about that length. That's about what I want. So I can trim that to there so that I know I only have exactly the right amount of ribbon. So round and cross. The piece that's at the top goes underneath. You bring it back over the top and then you tie a knot. Now I'm doing mine back to front upside down so that the camera can see, so that you're having a good look from the front and from the top.
Was it you saying that you can only do them upside down
yes.
now?
I was.
I find that hilarious.
Here was me trying to be really clever and be like, oh, I'm doing it back to front upside down for the camera. But yes, I've tried to do one.
Did I rumble you? Sorry.
Yeah, you totally rumbled me. Yeah, I can't do them the right way up now because I do all of my bows. For 15 years, I've done all of my bows back to front upside down. And so it's the only way I know how to do it. And look at this, I'm being super organised. Everything goes back in its place. And then if I bring that card in, Jo, watch what we're going to do. We're going to put a little blob of glue down there, okay? And we're going to go on with our first bow, first of all down here, all right? And then while that's just setting in place, I'm going to come on with a tiny little bit more. And I'm going to bring this in here and just gel that into there at the same place. I'm just holding them down using my nails and not actually touching any hot glue, Jo. You will be very pleased to hear.
You live very dangerously, Sarah, honestly.
Right, and then that's all settled now.
Crafting.
So that's now set into place with my little bows perfectly underneath each other. Lifted wings on my butterfly. Doesn't that just add a lovely finishing touch there?
It looks absolutely beautiful, and the great thing is loads of inspiration for you in here, which is absolutely awesome. So you can see here a couple of the other cards that have been made here, and remember, these are the ones that are following the inspiration that's included. You're going to come up with your own unique creations using this box, I have no doubt whatsoever. Anyone that's sat on the fence getting a sore bum about this subscription box, Sara, what would you say to them?
Well, come and have a look at what we've done, okay? So I've done that card there. I did a nice simple one that we just copied off the front of the packaging. I did the one with that lovely wreath where we did all of our practice colouring. How gorgeous is that one there? And then also I did that one with the butterfly. So we've done some absolutely beautiful cards with this box, but even though we always say Monday Makers is about doing some advanced card making techniques, those were really, really simple. And this is what I want you to understand. No matter what your level of crafting, these boxes are designed to take people from a very, very beginner right up to advanced, which is why we do all of those video tutorials on our crafterscompanionbox.com. And you go and watch all the video tutorials and you can literally learn step by step how to do even the most advanced projects with them. And it just gives you all the tools you need. Even if you're just looking for, as you said, your stash builder. So $24.99, and if you're a gold, platinum member or whatever, you're getting your discount on top of that. It's a brilliant way to kind of get loads of cards and envelopes, your stamping cards, your gems, your ribbons, your pearls, everything you need to build your stash. But then you've got those gorgeous dies, embossing folders, stamps. That is the value of the kit to start with. So it's really giving you everything you need to get started, but within like a collection. So everything works together so that when you get it home, you are guaranteed to be able to put these together. It's a little bit like, we do like the Sara signature collections, or we had the Nature's Garden earlier today, and everything works harmoniously so your cards are perfect. But usually to do that, you have to spend like £100+ to get the whole collection. This way you get the whole collection in a box, already in matching.
Awesome, and get it, you are so incredibly busy on that subscription box. Very busy for the Sharon Callis items. Don't forget about the Monday mega deal as well. Very busy there still. The Monday mega deal, unlike the other deals in our shows that last for 48 hours, Monday mega deal is a 24-hour limited time offer. 3/4 of it has gone. Please be quick for that. Don't forget about the 12x12 textured card pads, those Hug Gatefold cards as well that we had on the show. It's been absolutely incredible. Sara, you're back tomorrow, aren't you, for that awesome Softer Side show?
For that really awesome foiling masterclass. So even if you don't do a lot of sewing, you've got a foil press machine, whether it's the new big one or the original one, tune in for that show tomorrow to learn all about foiling onto fabrics and what you can do with your foil fabrics. I promise you I've got an awesome show lined up.
Make sure you join Sara and Ben for that tomorrow. Huge thanks to Sara. Don't forget to check out your baskets, of course. Big thanks to the team next door in the gallery, and the biggest thanks to you guys at home. I'm off now for a few days. I'll see you back here for 4 more days of fun on Friday with a double Sara day. So take care, and I'll see you back here on Friday. Bye-bye.